I always like to think I'm a pretty rational person. I go to work, get my paycheck, try to make smart decisions with my money.
Hmm.
But after going through this research, I am starting to think my brain is just a mess of crossed wires.
You are definitely not alone there. We
Mm,
all have this idea of ourselves as like a perfectly logical machine homo economicus, always maximizing our own profit.
right.
But this deep dive into chapter 13 of our source text on business and motivation, it it's just we're pretty much the opposite.
It's a huge reality check. Today, we're digging into the psychology of why we work, how we spend, and why big bonuses can sometimes completely backfire.
And why we cling to terrible investments.
Exactly. So let's start with the basics, the daily grind. Why do we even show up?
Well, the easy answer is for the paycheck. But if that were the whole story, anyone with a high salary would be super motivated, and we know that's just not true.
So there's more to it,
There is. The text brings up something called Room's expectancy theory.
which sounds very technical, but it's really just a kind of mental checklist, isn't it?
It's a chain of beliefs. First, you have to believe, if I put in the effort, can I actually do this task?
Okay, step one.
Step two, if I do the task, will anyone notice and, actually reward me?
And the third one, which feels like the one that gets missed all the time, is I have to actually want the reward you're offering.
Precisely. If the reward is a pizza party for $1 million sales target, the chain breaks. Motivation is zero.
Right.
But here's the really interesting part the text highlights. Even if the reward is good, it matters how it's given. There's a big difference between controlling rewards and informational rewards.
So, like, the difference between a bribe and a badge of honor.
That's a great way to put it. A controlling reward, a bribe, it can actually kill your natural drive. It turns play into work.
But an informational one just says, you're good at this.
And that boosts creativity.
Mm.
Speaking of signals, let's talk salary. There was this huge meta-analysis from Timothy Judge in 2010,
I saw that. They looked at, what, 92 different studies, 15,000 people?
and the conclusion is, it's kind of baffling, really. They found a very weak correlation between how much you get paid and how satisfied you are with your job. They call it the progress principle.
Okay, I have to push back a little. Are you really telling me that if my salary doubles tomorrow, I'm not going to be happier at my desk?
You might be happier with your lifestyle, sure, but not necessarily with the actual work you do from 9 to 5. Once your basic needs are met, that number on the paycheck doesn't really predict job satisfaction.
Wow. Okay, that's a huge insight.
Hmm.
But even if we don't care about the absolute number, we definitely care if the person in the next cubicle is making more.
Oh, absolutely. That's equity theory. We are comparison machines.
Uh-huh.
And if we feel underpaid, we're
Of
distressed.
course.
But the text points out something